Senior Advocate and Vice President SCBA to kindly deliver his welcome address.
Honorable Justice D.Y. Chanchud, the Chief Justice of India, Honorable Judges, Supreme Court of India, Mr. R. Venkat Ramani, Attorney General for India, Mr. Kiran Rijiju, Honorable Minister Law and Justice, Mr. Vikas Singh, President, Supreme Court Bar Association, Rahul Kaushik, Secretary, Supreme Court Bar Association, Mr. Rohit Pandey, Mr. Yugandhra Pawar Jha, Deepak Kansal, Manoj Mishra ji is President Skora, Mr. P.H. Parikh, 6-time President of SCBA and 10 times President of Skora, former judges, senior advocates, members of the bar. This is the first time when we are celebrating Law Day on 25th of this month. However, 25th is also equally important because that was the day when the draft was finalized and handed over to the Secretariat of the Constituent Assembly to table it on 26th. And anyway, any celebration in relation to Constitution Day is actually matter of pride for all of us because it was Supreme Court Bar Association only which started this tradition to commemorate the Constitution Day and Law Day. For the first time in 1952, after the first amendment, our Supreme Court Bar actually celebrated Constitution Day, and thereafter in this lawn from 1973 by our President L.M. Singhvi. Earlier, this building was not there. It started on 4th August 1958. But prior to this building, the Supreme Court used to function in the Parliament House, and there it worked till 4th of August 1958. When I mention this, I always say that when we had a new building here in this part, what is the key features of this building? There is a sculpture made by Mr. Chintamani Kar, who was the greatest sculpturist. He created the oldest, the democracy, the youngest democracy in the hand of people of India, and that sculpture has a kind of structure as 6 as an open book which gives justice and equality to each and every citizen of India. Our motto is Yato Dharma Tato Jaya. When I mention this, I always feel that our judiciary is actually a kind of protector of Indian Constitution. Our judiciary has actually upheld the integrity of the nation in the eyes of entire world because they know that our democracy, our judiciary is completely independent of anything, and because of that they are capable of actually in rule of law and protecting fundamental rights. Sadly, post-independence, judicial infrastructure has not been overhauled to meet the demands of growing needs of modern India. Especially, I will draw attention to Honorable Law Minister. He must assure and he must think that this has to be overhauled. Though there are so many other things are happening, we recently learned that Central Vista is already in place, Parliament House is being shifted. So originally where our court was there, you can give it to us. We can actually start functioning from there where our court was there. It will meet all the needs of our bar, meet all the needs of our judges and the institution. And when you actually do something for the bar and for the litigants, you will be remembered as a successful law minister. There are so many other demands of the bar. This is not the occasion, but when I feel And when I see that there are so many lawyers, they don't have chambers, lawyers like us, we don't need chamber. I never applied for that. But when I see that so many members who come here with the hope that they should have some place to work with dignity and they don't get it, it is so painful. It is not the story of only Supreme Court. Each and every court has similar problem. On 26th, when Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar, he was handing over this document, he said that a constitution is like a machine of a lifeless thing. It acquires life because of the men who control it and operate it. And India needs today nothing more than a set of honest men who will have the interest of the country before them. So these words of Baba Sahib and then Mahatma Gandhi's talisman, in which he said that when you make a policy, you should always consider the last man of the society, and if your policies are not actually benefiting the last man, then it means there is some problem and we are not actually serving the interest of the nation. Indirectly we can say कि ऐसे तौर तरीके हमें भाते नहीं जिसमें न्याय गरीबों के हक में आते नहीं. I always say and I believe Ramdhari Singh Dinkar's those lines in which he had said, न्याय नहीं तब तक जब तक सुख भाग न नर का सम हो, नहीं किसी को बहुत अधिक हो, नहीं किसी का कम हो. All these things are there. There are so many other issues which has to be dealt. Now the time has come, because this in democracy, we have to always keep one fact in mind, that there should be free and fair polls. There should be rights of citizens should be protected. And if you spend, honorable law ministers come from Advocate Pradesh, where even a MLA's election costs 50 crores. So if that is the budget, if that kind of cost of the service is there, then obviously the person who is contesting is not aiming to do the service of the nation. I request honorable law minister that he should consider the demands of judiciary, the collegium, whatever they are recommending, that you should accept, because if this issue has been settled, it has been settled by pronouncements, it has been settled by several opinions, and now this system is working very well. If you have any doubt, again you have to consult the judgments which has been delivered by Honorable Supreme Court. I request you that you are senior most person in the law ministry. You should never make a statement which embarrasses anyone, because honorable judges, they don't have medium to say anything, but bar will certainly respond to it. I really welcome, sir, each one of you. Law minister is very well known to me, and I feel that he will not mind whatever I have said, but I request you, sir, that these vacancies should be filled, because you see what is the ratio. If you are comparing with the developed nations, in all the developed nations, the ratio of judges is 170 per million, and we have sanctioned 21 only, and in these 21, around 30% are vacant. How can you consider all this? You have to think in a positive direction. You have to support Honorable Justice D.Y. Chanchud and our honorable judges, so that the system is more strengthened. It is actually, then we can deliver the justice, dispensation of justice will be better. Thank you so much.